Hi everybody and welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. We are at Disney's Bay Lake Tower Resort in a studio villa, which is the Disney Vacation Club of the Contemporary. Let's check it out. Your home for room tours, guides, and reviews. New videos posted the first Friday of every month, so hit subscribe and the bell. So coming right in, this is the door behind me. Obviously, we are on the third floor in a standard view studio. Now you're going to have your bathroom right to the side when you come in, but first I want to show you, this is a lock-off. All of the studios here at Bay Lake are lock-offs. So this is going to connect to a one-bedroom, which you can book if you are booking a two-bedroom villa together. If you have little kiddos and you have strollers, this is going to be where that stroller goes. This is really the only area in the room that you can fit it, so right when you come in the door. But let me show you the bathroom next. You've got a single sink. Pretty much all the studios only have a single, so that's not that big of a surprise. Not a lot of counter space, but they do make up for it here in the Bay Lake studios with these extra shelves for kind of tucking your personal products, which is nice. My only gripe would be that there's really no spot to put the hand towel. There's no hook or anything, so that's something that maybe they'll add in the future. These bathrooms were repainted when they did a soft good refurb here a couple of years ago, so it feels nice and fresh. You've got your standard toilet here, you've got a shelf with all of your towels. Again, they could put a couple of hooks here just to make it easier to have a place to put your stuff, but not a deal breaker, guys. And then you've got a standard Disney shower. I like the fact that they've got the mosaic tile. These units were built in 2009, so the tile is very reminiscent of that time period, but it's still fine, still like it. And now let's head over to the next section of the room. Coming down the hallway from the bathroom, you've got a closet with just some hanging space, a shelf in the top which is great for your carry-ons. Not a lot of room for suitcases in here though, because they've got a safe built in. The safe is big enough for your iPads, your Kindles, and all that kind of good stuff, so that's great. Now let me show you the kitchen. So next we come into the kitchen, and this is what makes the studios at Bay Lake really special. These are the only studio villas where the kitchen is in its own little alcove, kind of like what they have at the Polynesian, if you've seen those studios. If you haven't seen the studios at the Polynesian, I'll put a link above to my video so you can check it out after. But this is unique. Instead of that second bathroom like what they have at the Polynesian here with the stand-in shower, they have a separate kitchen. This is the only one that's like this. Now the nice thing about the kitchen area is that if you have multiple people in your party, somebody can get up and make coffee, and you have this nice kind of area, tons of storage with cups and glasses. You've got a microwave, there's a toaster oven here, you've got a full-size coffee maker, and then you've got all of your utensils. They do give you a corkscrew, in case you're wondering, this is important to know, and a bottle opener as well. And this is also one of the only studios I've stayed at where they give you liquid creamer. I mean, how nice is that for your coffee if you're somebody that enjoys cream with your coffee? But you've got tons of storage in this unit, which is fantastic. Definitely the most storage of any of the DVC studio villas that I've seen. Nice, good size freezer here. It does have a shelf, fridge. It does have a shelf for the freezer, which is nice. A lot of them don't have that. Microwave, and then you've got, of course, your ice bin, and you've got this fantastic pull-out storage area. Yes, I admit I like Teddy Grahams, so we brought those. And they also sell chips and things like that at the mercantile store over at the Contemporary Fantasia Market, which is right off of the concourse, if you're looking for some snacky items that you want to grab. Let me show you the rest of the kitchen. On the other side of the kitchen, besides this nice kind of wall detail, you've got the full-size mirror here at the end, which is great. And then you've got this kind of counter space. There's no water or anything here, but it's just a nice flat counter for getting ready. If you have, multiple people in your party, that's nice that you don't have to be all jockeying for the bathroom. And then you've got tons of storage shelves here as well. You've got 3 good size, pretty deep shelves for tucking clothes and toiletries, whatever it is that you might need overflow storage for. Coming into the main living space of the room, so to speak, you've got this giant entertainment center. They did a soft good refurb here, as I mentioned a couple of years ago. They did not change out these units, so that means that the TV is still smaller. It's kind of the same problem that they had at some of the other resorts. I think Saratoga, Old Key West also still has a smaller TV. But you don't come to Disney for your TV, so it's not really a deal breaker, right? And then you've got 6 drawers here, some nice thin drawers, and then you've got some deeper ones as you go down, which is great. And then you've also got this kind of storage area as well. There isn't any under the bed storage for your suitcases, so besides where the lock-off door is if you're not using it, the only other place really to put your luggage is over in this little cubby here over on the end. So hopefully that's something when they do a full hard good refurb in a couple of years, probably be another 5-6 years before they do that here at Bay Lake. Hopefully they'll put in the raised beds that'll have suitcase storage. A queen size bed here, which is standard for the studios. One of the things that I like about the Bay Lake studios, even though the main living space of the room is tight because they gave you that galley kitchen area, there isn't a lot of room between the bed and the wall, but that's okay because you've got nightstands on each side. Maybe this is just me, but I prefer to have a nightstand on both sides of the bed. That way people can charge their phones or whatever. Most villas have at least 2 people sleeping in them, so it seems to make sense to me. And most of the resorts, especially the older resorts, don't have nightstands on each side, so that's kind of nice. And you've also got your own reading light here, which is fantastic. We've got the pull-out couch here. This couch is actually pretty comfortable as a couch, which is surprising. But this does pull out into another queen-size bed, so these studio villas only sleep 4. There's no drop-down Murphy bed underneath the TV. Maybe they'll add that in the future. We don't know, but right now these rooms only sleep 4, so this is where it's going to go. And again, because the floor space is kind of tight in here, you're not going to get a lot of room between the couch and the bed if you have 4 people in here, so just something to be aware of. And you've got a nice coffee table here. Feels like a missed opportunity for storage because it's just kind of is what it is, but it's nice and light, so if you need to move it out of the way, you can do that. So the last section of the room that we need to check out is this small dining area. Only seats 2. Again, standard for the studios. Kind of interesting. Oval table and 2 standard chairs. You've got a mirror, but this is not going to be the mirror you used to get ready because as I showed you, you've got the bathroom mirror and then you've also got that mirror on the back side of the kitchen. So you don't really need to use this. It's just kind of nice to have. We are in a standard view room here on the 3rd floor, and we just happened to get very lucky, and we have kind of a side view of Magic Kingdom and the castle, and then on the other side we have a view of the marina. You've got 2 chairs here and a small table, so perfect balcony for watching the fireworks show, Happily Ever After, which is what we did last night, and it was absolutely fantastic. Standard view rooms at any of the categories can be hard to get here at Bay Lake because they are a good deal on points compared to the other monorail resorts. So you really tend to have to own here in order to get them, but you never know. And there really is no bad view here at Bay Lake. I've said this before in my studio, Lakeview Studio, Bay Lake review, which I'll link above in case you haven't seen that. There's really no bad view. You're going to either get a view of the marina, a side view of Space Mountain, you're going to get a view with the parking lot, but also it's going to give you the monorail. There's really, or inside, you can see the pool or the lake. There's really no terrible view here, so don't get worked up if you don't get your room request. You're going to be just fine either way here at Bay Lake. Okay, so I've shown you the Studio Villa room tour. Now, one of the reasons that you stay here at Bay Lake is because it's the only resort, this is in the Contemporary, that you can walk to Magic Kingdom. So that is pretty awesome. We're going to head over there now, and we're going to actually try and upgrade our 5-day passes to APs because we've got more trips planned. So we're going to head over there now. You want to come with? Definitely one of the reasons to stay here at Bay Lake. It takes about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes if you're really moving slow. Nice and easy. You don't have to deal with the monorail or anybody else, so it's perfect heading to the park in the morning. Or if you're one of those people closing the park at the end of the night, you don't want to deal with a bus. Bay Lake in the Contemporary is really nice. forgot to mention, if you are somebody who likes room service, they do offer room service at both the Contemporary and Bay Lake, which is really nice. And that is serviced by the Wave American Flavors, which is over in the lobby at the Contemporary. If you haven't visited the Wave, check out my video. I'll put the link above. Check it out. In case you needed proof, there's the sign and there's the path. So one of the nice things about walking over to Magic Kingdom is that for the guests of the Contemporary in Bay Lake, you have your own kind of private security checkpoint, which gets around those long bag lines that you're going to get coming off of a boat or a bus from another resort. So, something to think about. Guest relations, as I mentioned before, to get our DVC Gold annual passes because we did the math and we're going to do a couple of trips this year, so it just makes sense for us to get the Gold Pass. So we're going to head over to guest relations and get that done because the guest relations here at MK and Disney Springs tend to be the best. Yes, there are guest relations at Epcot and all of the parks, but really the best is here at Magic Kingdom. And then we're actually going to head over to Epcot. We've got some fast passes and I don't know, we're going to do some stuff over there. Oh, we're going to go to lunch at restaurant Marrakesh. We're here for 5 nights, 6 days. So we're going to be filming every day. So hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be able to follow along, and we're going to do a review of Marrakesh. So on to guest relations. You can avoid. And we're in a very long line at guest relations. That's okay, because we've got plenty of time. Okay, that took about 35-40 minutes probably, because there's a line at guest relations. But we got our gold annual DVC passes, so now we're going to grab the monorail over to Epcot.
Nearby is Disney's Contemporary Resort. Coming up behind Spaceship Earth is Intervention. Inside the hands-on area, you can explore and interact with the ever-changing technologies and products for everyday living in the near future. Mission Space is an exhilarating sensory thrill ride that puts you and your flight crew in command of an out-of-this-world mission to Mars. test track. You can experience the exhilaration of test driving a vehicle on the longest and fastest ride ever created for Walt Disney World. Coming into view is World Showcase. Directly across from us, on the far shore of the World Showcase Lagoon, is our host pavilion, the American Adventure. The World Showcase is also home to Frozen Ever After. Located in the North Glass Pyramids are the gateway to your journey into imagination. Inside, you can explore the creative process with Figments and experience some of your favorite animated short films like never before at the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival. Next is The Land, where you can celebrate the Earth's rich diversity. The land is also home to Soarin', a free-flying adventure across natural wonders. At the Seas with Nemo and Friends, you'll meet some of your favorite undersea pals and have a live jam that crushed the sea turtle from Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo. We're approaching the Epcot monorail station. Smoking is not permitted at Epcot except in designated areas. Please consult your guidance or ask a cast member for locations. Please hold on to the handrails and stay.
Okay, there was a long bag line, monorail driver in training, so it took a little bit longer, but we're here, and it's Festival of the Arts, so we're super excited. We're gonna do some food booths later, but first we have a fast pass at Living with the Land, I think. So we're gonna head there next.
Pies y piernas dentro del parque y cuida los pequeñitos. A manera de recordatorio, no tomar fotos. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil. One day become home to the American farm. Only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal food. Rainforests are also extremely rich in productive living systems. How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production? Yet still, welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the... While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to
Okay, we just finished Living with the Land. I know it's corny in spots, but it's one of my favorites. So now we're going to go to Frozen Ever After. We have a fast pass. So off to the World Showcase we go.
summer snow for spending me and you. Oh, we're going up to Elsa's Ice Palace with you and you and you, all of you. See you there.
Would you say that we're elated or gassy?
Let's just call it delight. 'Cause for the first time in forever, it's at me. No, 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 no rules for me. I'm free. Let
Okay, so that's it for this episode of Beth's Best. If you've stayed at a Bay Lake Tower studio, please let me know in the comments below. Did you like the studio? Did you not like the studio? What are your thoughts on it? I definitely want to know your opinion. If you thought this video was helpful, type helpful below. That way I know you're enjoying it. And now next we're going to Restaurant Marrakesh, which is over in Morocco at Epcot. So we're going to do a dining review of that. That'll be the next episode. So hit subscribe and the bell. That way you know when that video drops. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again real soon.